Today, especially in honor of our great veterans on Veterans Day, we pledge to you that we will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country, that lie and steal and cheat on elections and will do anything possible. They'll do anything, whether legally or illegally, to destroy America and to destroy the American dream.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Donald Trump took a page out of Mein Kampf over the weekend in a Veterans Day rally. At the rally, Trump vowed to root out communists, Marxists, fascists, and radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country.
The real threat is not from the radical right. The real threat is from the radical left, and it's growing every day, every single day. The threat from outside forces is far less sinister, dangerous, and grave than the threat from within. Our threat is from within.
For reference, during a 1939 speech, Adolf Hitler called the Jews vermin and sworn enemies. He swore that the vermin must be destroyed. Hitler's paranoid delusions were reportedly due to his abuse of amphetamines, but it resulted in horrific suffering and senseless death. When Hitler gained power, he destroyed the nation's democratic institutions and transformed Germany into a warring country, hell-bent on conquering Europe for the Aryan race. He became a ruthless killer who did not value human life. Hitler was successful in vilifying the Jewish people, which led to the killing of millions of innocent people. Families were stripped away from each other and never saw each other ever again.
Because if you have a capable, competent, smart, tough leader, Russia, China, North Korea, they're not going to want to play with us. And they didn't. Despite the hatred and anger of the radical left lunatics who want to destroy our country, we will make America great again.
This type of ruthless deportation served as a model for Trump's immigration initiatives that separated families and put kids in cages. This is the type of deportation that MAGA morons are always screaming for in this country. They want the power to arrest and deport people based on them speaking Spanish in public. A statement from Mehdi Hassan on social media hit the nail on the head. He wrote, "From punishing his political opponents to locking up immigrants in camps to deploying the military, all while echoing the hateful rhetoric of Hitler. We know what we can expect if Trump retakes the White House." He's absolutely right. Donald Trump is openly telling everyone that he is going to punish his opponents. He has vowed to go after everyone who has spoken badly of him as well. Donald Trump is a delusional psychopath. His paranoid fears and ramblings are meant to tap into the hatred that lies just below the surface of his cult members' personalities. The Trump faithful enable Donald because he allows them to feel good about hating other groups of people. Donald knows that if he can convince one group of people that another group of people is trying to take something away from them, he can milk them for donations. On Veterans Day of all days, Donald Trump practically quoted Hitler verbatim. With American flags flying, Donald Trump stood there and quoted Adolf Hitler. The differences between Joe Biden and Donald Trump couldn't be more apparent, and this latest stunt should have everyone realizing that. The real story is how Republican leadership is failing every single one of us. We've got the rebirth of Hitler movement happening, and it's happening in front of all of our faces. Donald Trump is using the same style of Nazi rhetoric to incite fears about immigrants coming to this country, despite being an immigrant himself, and the Republican Party is seemingly fine with it. The GOP is united behind this jackaloon. Trump's attack on Mexicans and the borders show similar racial struggles and storylines. Hitler targeted the Jews in much the same way, blaming them for the country's woes. MAGA, or Make America Great Again, is a slogan that names the territory that it wants to conquer. Trump has his minions believing that they need to defend themselves against invisible threats and boogeymen. Donald Trump is playing his followers like a fiddle. He loves the undereducated, and it's obviously why. Donald cannot be allowed to destroy this country's democracy and install himself as a dictator. He is a danger to society, and so are every Republican that supports him. We need to vote them all out in 2024. Donald Trump is a clear and present threat to the future of this nation, and that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.